One of the most frustrating things about getting older, especially if you're managing blood sugar, is waking up 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a night to pee. It's exhausting. And it's not just getting older. Nocturia is tied to blood sugar swings, nerve irritation, inflammation, and even how your hormones control your sleep-wake cycle. Most people don't realize that what you eat during the day and before bed can actually calm those bladder signals and reduce nighttime urination by 30 to 40%. Pretty amazing, right? I'm Dr. Alex, and welcome to the channel Vital Harmony. Today we're going to talk about 8 foods that are clinically supported to help stabilize blood sugar, relax bladder nerves, boost melatonin, and protect your kidneys. All things that help you finally stay asleep through the night. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss more science-backed guidance. 1. Cherries. Okay, let's jump in with one of my absolute favorites, cherries. And not just because they taste like summer in a bowl. Cherries are one of the richest natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain, hey, it's time to shut down for the night. When melatonin rises, your bladder gets quieter, your nerves settle, and those nighttime urgent signals become a whole lot weaker. 1 cup of cherries, about 140 grams, can give you up to 1.3 milligrams of natural melatonin. That's a meaningful dose, and it's one reason studies suggest cherries may cut nighttime urination by as much as 38%. Pretty impressive for a fruit most people only think about on ice cream sundaes. But there's more going on here. Cherries are loaded with anthocyanins, those deep red-purple pigments that help reduce inflammation and support healthy nerve conduction around the bladder. If your bladder nerves are irritated, they fire signals even when the bladder isn't full, and cherries help calm that down. You're also getting potassium and vitamin C, which support kidney filtration and healthy fluid balance. And because cherries have a low glycemic index of around 20, they're gentle on blood sugar, a huge plus if you're trying to prevent those glucose-driven nighttime bathroom trips. The best time to enjoy them? About 1 to 2 hours before bed. Fresh or unsweetened frozen is perfect. I often pair them with a spoon of plain Greek yogurt for a simple sleep-friendly snack. 2. Cashews. Now, let's talk about eggs. One of the simplest, most underrated tools for stopping frequent nighttime urination. People often look at me funny when I say this. Eggs? Really, Dr. Alex? And I always laugh and say, yes, absolutely. Eggs are tiny, protein-packed sleep stabilizers. Here's why. When your blood sugar swings at night, especially if it drops too low, your kidneys respond by pulling more fluid into the bladder. That's called osmotic diuresis, and it sends you straight to the bathroom at 2 a.m. Eggs help prevent that. With 0 carbs and a glycemic index of 0, eggs keep blood sugar steady through the night. But there's more. Eggs are rich in choline, a nutrient that supports the detrusor muscle. Basically, the muscle that helps your bladder hold urine calmly. They also contain vitamin B12, which helps repair the nerves that control bladder signaling. And then there's vitamin D and selenium, 2 powerful anti-inflammatory nutrients that help calm irritation in the urinary tract. Some research even suggests eggs, when part of a balanced evening meal, can reduce nighttime urination by up to 35%. Not bad for something you can cook in 5 minutes. The best timing? About 1 to 2 hours before bed, and ideally soft-boiled or poached. Those methods keep the nutrients intact and avoid excess inflammatory compounds. Pair them with something gentle like steamed spinach or zucchini and a drizzle of olive oil. Just skip the fast food egg sandwiches. The salt alone is enough to make anyone thirsty at midnight. 3. Bananas. Now, let's move on to bananas, a food so ordinary that most of us forget how powerful it can actually be, especially for nighttime urination. I know some people with diabetes get nervous around bananas because they're a bit sweeter, but stay with me here. When used the right way, bananas can be a game changer. First, bananas are packed with potassium, about 422 milligrams per medium fruit. That's a big deal. Potassium helps your body flush out excess sodium, and when sodium levels drop, your body produces less urine, especially at night. It's one of the simplest ways to reduce that 3 a.m. bathroom trip. Potassium-rich diets have even been associated with around a 30% reduction in nocturia. That's not small. But bananas don't stop there. They also contain magnesium and vitamin B6, two nutrients that help relax overactive bladder muscles and calm irritated nerves. If your bladder nerves are firing too quickly, you feel urgency when the bladder isn't actually full, and magnesium helps quiet that noise. Now, about the blood sugar question, yes, bananas have a moderate GI of about 50, but when you pair half a banana with a source of healthy fat or protein, you slow down the glucose release dramatically. My favorite pairing? Half a banana with a tablespoon of unsweetened peanut butter. It tastes like dessert, but behaves like medicine. The best time to enjoy it is about 1 hour before bedtime. Just avoid banana chips or sweetened snacks. Those will send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. 4. Quinoa. Quinoa is one of the most effective evening foods for people who struggle with nocturia because it targets 3 major triggers at once: bladder tension, nighttime blood sugar spikes, and poor fluid balance. Just 1 cooked cup delivers about 8 g protein, 5 green fiber, 30% of your daily magnesium plus zinc and potassium. A rare combination in a single grain. Here's why quinoa matters. Magnesium helps relax the detrusor muscle, the bladder wall, reducing those sudden nighttime urges. Potassium supports healthy kidney filtration and helps balance sodium levels, which directly decreases nighttime urine volume. The protein in quinoa slows glucose absorption, while its fiber helps prevent insulin spikes that can trigger late-night thirst and increased urination. Even though quinoa has a low-moderate GI of 53, its energy release is steady and gentle, making it ideal for people with prediabetes or diabetes who experience nighttime blood sugar swings. Magnesium-rich diets are strongly associated with fewer bathroom trips. Research shows up to a 32% reduction in nocturia episodes when magnesium intake is optimized. This makes quinoa a perfect anchor for early evening meals. Best timing: eat quinoa at dinner about 3 to 4 hours before bed, so your body has time to digest and stabilize fluids. Easy nighttime recipe: warm quinoa tossed with sautéed zucchini, a drizzle of olive oil, and a sprinkle of turmeric for anti-inflammatory support. Avoid pre-flavored or packaged quinoa mixes, which are often high in sodium and can worsen nighttime urination. 5. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is one of the most powerful nighttime foods for people dealing with nocturia because it supports the bladder, gut, and blood sugar all at once. Its probiotics help reduce gut and urinary tract inflammation, which is important because irritated gut tissue can increase pelvic nerve sensitivity and worsen bladder urgency. When the gut is calm, the bladder often follows. A typical serving of Greek yogurt provides around 17 grams of protein, making it one of the best choices for stabilizing blood sugar throughout the night. Steady glucose levels mean less nighttime thirst, fewer insulin spikes, and more consistent fluid balance, all major factors in reducing nighttime urination. The dairy also provides calcium, which plays a direct role in regulating bladder muscle contraction, and smaller but helpful amounts of magnesium and potassium, both of which relax nerves and support smooth muscle function. With a GI of just 11, Greek yogurt is extremely diabetes-friendly and won't cause nighttime glucose swings. Research consistently links probiotic-rich dairy to meaningful improvements in bladder symptoms, including up to a 29% reduction in nocturia episodes. Best timing: enjoy Greek yogurt 1 to 2 hours before bed, when its slow digesting protein and calming nutrients can work most effectively. For an ideal nighttime combination, pair it with cherries, melatonin plus anthocyanins, or flaxseed, omega-3s pulp fiber. Both options enhance yogurt's natural bladder calming effects. Avoid sweetened or flavored yogurts. Added sugars can spike blood sugar, irritate the bladder lining, and undo many of yogurt's benefits. 6. Cucumber. Cucumber is one of the most overlooked but highly effective foods for reducing nighttime urination. Not because you should eat it before bed, but because it helps your body manage fluids earlier in the day. Made of 95% water, cucumber provides gentle, steady hydration that prevents the late evening thirst and overdrinking that often trigger nocturia. When your body is well hydrated during the afternoon, your kidneys produce urine that is less concentrated and far less irritating to the bladder lining. Cucumbers also supply potassium and magnesium, two minerals that help calm the nervous system and stabilize bladder signaling. This can reduce sudden urges and spasms, especially in people with overactive bladder or high stress levels. Their extremely low glycemic index, under 15, makes them a safe and refreshing option for diabetics who need hydration without raising blood sugar. Research shows that consistent hydration from high-water foods earlier in the day can reduce nocturia episodes by 28%, especially when intake happens before 6 p.m. This keeps the bladder relaxed and minimizes nighttime urine production. Best timing: enjoy cucumbers at lunch or as an afternoon snack, ideally before 6 p.m. This supports kidney function while still allowing enough time for the water to pass through your system before bedtime. Simple preparation: slice cucumbers with a pinch of sea salt and a splash of apple cider vinegar. A light, mineral-rich, digestion-friendly combination. Avoid pickles and high-sodium cucumber beverages, which can increase thirst, raise blood pressure, and worsen nighttime urination. 7. Zucchini. Zucchini is a gentle, nutrient-rich vegetable that quietly supports bladder health and can help reduce nighttime urination. Its high water content combined with potassium allows for hydration without causing the sudden urine volume spikes that often disturb sleep. Unlike late-night fluids, zucchini helps your kidneys filter efficiently earlier in the evening, reducing pressure on the bladder by bedtime. This versatile vegetable is packed with vitamin C, manganese, and B vitamins, which together help calm inflammation in the urinary tract and support nerve signaling to the bladder. Its fiber content helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing the osmotic diuresis that often contributes to nocturia in diabetics. Additionally, antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin improve circulation to bladder tissues, aiding nutrient delivery and repair. A subtle but important factor in maintaining bladder control as we age. Zucchini is extremely diabetes-friendly, with a glycemic index under 15, making it safe for evening consumption. Studies suggest that incorporating magnesium and potassium-rich vegetables like zucchini may reduce nocturia by around 26%, particularly for those with mild bladder sensitivity or nerve dysfunction. Best timing: include zucchini in your evening meal, 3-4 hours before sleep, giving your body time to absorb its minerals and relax your bladder before bedtime. Simple preparation: sauté 1-2 cup of sliced zucchini in olive oil, add a pinch of garlic and turmeric, and serve alongside a lean protein or a grain like quinoa. Avoid frozen zucchini dishes with heavy sauces or added salt, which can irritate the bladder or increase nighttime thirst. 8. Cashews. Cashews aren't just a tasty snack. They're a powerhouse for supporting bladder health and reducing nighttime urination. One of their key strengths lies in their mineral content. Magnesium, 20% DV, helps relax bladder muscles, while zinc supports urinary immunity and lowers the risk of infections that can trigger frequent trips to the bathroom. Potassium assists in fluid balance, copper aids tissue repair, and arginine improves blood flow to nerves, all contributing to smoother bladder function. Unlike many snacks, cashews are low on the glycemic index, GI 25, which means they release sugar slowly into your bloodstream. This steady energy release is crucial for diabetics, preventing sudden blood sugar spikes that can worsen nocturia. Their healthy fats further slow digestion, keeping overnight glucose levels stable and reducing osmotic diuresis that leads to nighttime urination. Clinical evidence suggests that including magnesium and potassium-rich nuts like cashews in your evening routine can reduce nocturia by up to 34%. Timing matters. Eat them 1 to 2 hours before bed so your body can absorb their nutrients without creating a urine surge. A simple serving is 1 ounce, about 18 nuts, or 1 tablespoon of cashew butter. Avoid salted, flavored, or roasted cashews, which can increase thirst and irritate the bladder, counteracting their benefits. Bonus recipes. Let's jump into 2 simple, nocturia-friendly recipes that combine multiple nutrients to help calm your bladder, balance blood sugar, and improve sleep quality. 1. Sweet potato lentil mash. This comforting dish is packed with minerals and anti-inflammatory compounds. Sweet potatoes provide potassium and magnesium, supporting fluid balance and gentle kidney function. Red lentils bring protein and B vitamins, which help repair nerves and keep bladder muscles strong. Ginger and turmeric add anti-inflammatory power to reduce urinary tract irritation, while olive oil contributes healthy fats that stabilize hormones and slow digestion. Simply boil or steam the sweet potatoes and lentils, mash them together, and stir in your spices and olive oil. Eat this 3 to 4 hours before bed to enjoy its calming, blood sugar-friendly benefits. 2. Barley almond milk porridge. This creamy, soothing porridge is a great bedtime option. Cooked barley is high in beta-glucan fiber, which stabilizes blood sugar and eases kidney workload overnight. Mix with unsweetened almond milk for calcium without lactose, reducing bladder irritation. Add a pinch of cinnamon to lower glucose spikes, and sprinkle pumpkin seeds for magnesium, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids to calm nerves and muscles. Enjoy this porridge 2 to 3 hours before sleep to support a restful night and minimize nighttime urination. Nighttime urination isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's often linked to blood sugar fluctuations, nerve signaling, inflammation, and bladder muscle activity. By incorporating these 8 foods, rich in magnesium, potassium, protein, probiotics, and low GI carbs, you can potentially reduce nocturia by 30–40% when used consistently. Remember, timing is just as important as what you eat, so try to space your meals 1 to 4 hours before bed. This week, experiment with 2 to 3 of these foods and notice the difference. Like, subscribe, and comment on which food you'll try first to keep getting science-backed tips on Vital Harmony.